Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your go-to channel for updates on global currency shifts, especially concerning the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. Today's report touches on a monumental shift unfolding in Iraq's financial and resource landscape, a transformation that could have ripple effects across the Middle East and potentially impact the global currency market. If you've been following Iraq's economic strategy in 2025, you're going to want to hear the latest developments that suggest Iraq is preparing for a historic financial leap. Iraq is currently making substantial efforts to restructure its economic foundation, moving away from a singular reliance on oil. In a recent announcement, the financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazhar Mohammad Salah, revealed that Iraq's untapped natural resources are now valued at more than $16 trillion, 0 cents. This pivot signals a new focus on leveraging the mining sector, a strategic move aimed at building a sustainable economic model with long-term stability. By unlocking the hidden wealth within its land, Iraq aims to diversify its revenue sources and reduce its economic vulnerability. In line with this broader vision, Iraq has also fortified its financial reserves. The country possesses approximately 160 tons of gold, a stockpile that not only covers 140% of its local currency in circulation, but also fully backs its import needs. This level of monetary cushioning projects confidence and demonstrates prudent financial governance. It also offers a powerful signal to the international community and prospective investors that Iraq is serious about establishing a stable and credible monetary system. Additionally, Iraq's foreign exchange reserves have climbed sharply, now standing at roughly $98 billion, 0 cents as of late March 2025. This marks a major improvement in Iraq's liquidity position and provides the central bank with greater control over monetary policy, especially in defending the dinar's position in international markets. A stronger reserve framework also enhances Iraq's ability to absorb economic shocks and manage inflation, boosting investor trust in the process. However, speculation around a potential revaluation of the Iraqi dinar continues to generate confusion, particularly among those linking it to Iraq's ongoing efforts to join the World Trade Organization. One of the most persistent misconceptions is that Iraq must adjust its exchange rate to qualify for WTO membership. This belief is incorrect. The WTO does not enforce currency value standards or require specific exchange rate policies for members. Each country maintains sovereignty over its monetary system, choosing either fixed or floating exchange regimes independently. Take Vietnam as an example. The country is a full member of the WTO, yet its currency, the Vietnamese dong, holds a far lower value than the Iraqi dinar. This directly illustrates that WTO participation is not determined by a country's exchange rate, but rather by alignment with trade regulations, transparency standards, and economic openness. Iraq's journey to full membership in the WTO remains in progress, and while there is significant interest, the necessary benchmarks have not been entirely met. Upcoming reviews, including official sessions scheduled for August, will determine how close Iraq truly is to full integration. In parallel, Iraq faces continued scrutiny regarding its compliance with international anti-money laundering (AML) and anti-terrorism financing (ATF) regulations. The U.S. government, spanning both the administration of former President Trump and the current leadership, has pushed for stricter oversight of Iraq's banking system. As a result, dollar-based transactions remain restricted, complicating liquidity flows and contributing to volatility in the exchange rate between the dinar and the U.S. dollar. Despite these challenges, the Iraqi government has taken decisive steps to modernize its banking infrastructure. There's a push to upgrade digital systems and ensure that the country meets global financial standards. These efforts aim to regain full access to dollar liquidity and normalize international transfers. Still, in the meantime, the gap between Iraq's official exchange rate and the parallel market rate continues to impact everyday citizens, raising the cost of living and increasing economic strain across income levels. Quote, according to sources within Iraq's banking industry, there's a renewed level of collaboration between Iraqi institutions, the International Monetary Fund, and the U.S. Treasury. Although not all details have been disclosed publicly, insiders suggest that these discussions could be connected to broader reforms or possibly a long-awaited adjustment in Iraq's currency valuation. While nothing has been confirmed, the seriousness of these conversations suggests that Iraq is entering a more advanced phase of monetary planning. This speculation is further fueled by the announcement of a nationwide banking holiday from June 6 to June 10. Analysts have been quick to interpret this pause in banking operations as a possible window for behind-the-scenes policy activity. Some observers even report sightings of older currency notes from the Saddam Hussein era re-entering circulation, adding more intrigue to an already tense financial atmosphere. At the same time, there are growing reports from individuals connected to the banking sector, suggesting that new cut-sheet currency samples, potentially representing lower denominations, are being reviewed. While no official announcements have been made, the persistent insider chatter points toward some form of currency modification in the pipeline. These signs are subtle, but when taken together, they paint a picture of a government carefully orchestrating a broader monetary shift while trying to avoid triggering public panic or speculative chaos. Iraq is clearly operating under multiple layers of pressure: internal economic needs, international expectations, and geopolitical challenges. Despite all that, there's growing optimism in many financial circles that the Iraqi dinar is poised for change, and nowhere is that anticipation more intense than within the dinar investment community, where every detail, every rumor, every official statement is examined and re-examined for signs of a breakthrough. One of the louder voices in this space is Intel analyst Bruce, who recently shared insights via Wiser Now. According to Bruce, sources connected to redemption centers have hinted that notification windows could open as early as Friday or Saturday of this week. A specific source, reportedly a manager at one such facility, mentioned that they are not expected to return to operations until noon on Friday, leading many to believe that redemption appointments could begin as soon as that afternoon. Bruce also noted that the currency screens, which once showed fluctuating values, have now stabilized, an indicator he sees as evidence that the system is nearly ready to activate. While these updates remain unofficial, they've ignited serious excitement among those watching closely. Simultaneously, official communications from Iraqi authorities have highlighted continued progress on the country's path to economic integration. According to recent coverage shared by Guru Claire, Iraq's Ministry of Trade has submitted detailed technical reports showcasing transparency and alignment with World Trade Organization standards. Although full membership has yet to be finalized, this development reinforces Iraq's commitment to becoming a credible and reliable player on the global stage. Another prominent commentator, Guru Militiaman, observed that after a long silence on WTO matters, the sudden re-emergence of this topic is no coincidence. He interprets it as a signal that Iraq's economic transition is accelerating. According to his analysis, the synchronized timing of trade alignment, banking reform, and potential currency developments suggests that Iraq is closing in on a major inflection point. Echoing that sentiment, Guru Samsan cited expert Salah Nouri, who emphasized the real-world benefits of Iraq's improving monetary stance. As the US dollar weakens in the Iraqi market, prices for essentials like food and medicine have begun to drop. This development improves affordability for citizens and enhances public confidence in the national currency. Nouri argues that these changes are the result of smarter monetary strategy from the Central Bank of Iraq, which is actively working to suppress dollar hoarding and strengthen the dinar's role in everyday transactions. Though not all challenges have been resolved. As noted by Guru Pimpi, Iraq remains overly dependent on oil exports to fund its government. Although recent data shows that oil revenues now account for 92% of the national budget, down from 96%, there is still significant work needed to diversify income sources. This remains one of Iraq's most pressing vulnerabilities. A sudden drop in oil prices could disrupt economic plans and delay progress on other reforms. That's why continued focus on mining, agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing is essential for building a resilient economy that can withstand external shocks. All of these factors, the improved gold reserves, enhanced foreign currency holdings, ongoing trade talks, and internal reform efforts, converge into a single conclusion. Iraq is actively laying the groundwork for a stronger financial future. While speculation about a currency revaluation remains just that, speculation, it's increasingly supported by tangible evidence of preparation and coordination at the highest levels of government. Whether that shift comes in days, weeks, or months is impossible to predict. But what's clear is that Iraq is no longer standing still. Its leaders are responding to both domestic demands and international scrutiny with calculated, strategic actions. The dinar is no longer just a relic of post-war chaos, it's a focal point in Iraq's economic rebirth. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. If you found value in today's update, make sure to subscribe and share this with others who are following the Iraqi dinar closely. We'll continue monitoring every step of this financial journey and keep you informed with fact-based, timely updates you can trust.